ban out actually every game so far here in this tournament. And I like this because it's a whole Meteos versus Diamond. It's like the best jungler in North America versus the best jungler in Europe going head-to-head here. I want to see how both of them really interact, and I wouldn't be surprised, as we already do see on the screen, some other bans coming in targeted at that, with the Lee Sin being taken away, as Diamond was one of the first ones to really show that, to really do extremely well with. And I really can't wait for this game to get underway. It's going to be such an amazing set.
Shyvana's surely got to be somewhere in the mix here, and as I say, that Shyvana gets banned out by Gambit, so obviously not wanting Cloud9 to go in there early, and they take the Renekton away from Darian. Obviously that is his go-to champion as well.
And I want to know if they're going to ban out maybe Rumble here, because Balls plays quite a bit of Rumble. He doesn't really care too much in his lane if he gets a lot of farm. He's just more dependent on using that ultimate in these team fights. But instead, they do go a different route. They don't want to see Balls or Meteos on that Elise. And, you know, Meteos, he's a very unique jungler to me. He's really similar to Diamond, but he's more selfish, which works out really well for his team because he gets so farmed, they feed so much to him, he gets his buffs as much as possible, and he really can carry it out. The one game I'm thinking of in particular, he played Nocturne, I think in like the last week of NALCS, and he built pure damage on him, dove straight into the back on the AD carry, blew them up instantly, and it worked every single time.
Well, your Rumble talk there wasn't too far off the mark. That'll be first pick here for Cloud9, and not wasting any time to get that one locked in. This Vi will be locked in by Diamond there as well, as we pretty much expected as well. And also, Annie picked up here for Edward, not wasting any time here, as Darian seems to be in good. In fact, Gambit just looked generally happy today. It's always a good sign for them.
And a scary sign if you're playing against them. Really it is. And we saw Edward playing it obviously yesterday, did phenomenally well, and got a double, I think even maybe a triple in there too. Perfect champion for him to get some kills secured, as he would say. And the Vi, I mean, it's kind of like, if it's not broken, why fix it? Their comp was working really well yesterday. Diamond was doing a great job of counter jungling, doing some really great ganks, and they're going with it again.
So Zed was left open in this one. It's going to be taken by High, along with Lucian here for Sneaky.
This makes me wonder, are we going to see a Riven pick? Because I believe Alex has said many times he does not like Riven at all. He doesn't like the champion, he doesn't like the abilities that she can do, but she's so strong and she's a really good counter to Zed. And this has to be a bait out of Cloud9 with that big fad coming out recently in Korea.
Well, we'll see about this one, whether Alex feels confident on that one. We saw yesterday the Riven pick by SK Gaming 2 games in a row, which, you know, Jesus, it's his first tournament. A little bit of nerves were definitely in there, but that Riven just didn't work out for him whatsoever. Like, we can pretty much just forget that one. Riven not got the best win ratio here at IEM Masters Cologne so far. But what are Gambit going to go with? They've got Annie for that support role. We've got Vi in the jungle. Kha'Zix's picked up here. And Genja is going to play Jinx as well.
Yeah, they were really contemplating this. They were in the timer down to about 3 seconds left. And Alexic Kha'Zix, I mean, it is so awesome to see. He got so many, I think 1 or 2 pentakills during the summer split of LCS with it. He is such a monster on that champion. And he's so great at knowing when he can start roaming and when he can push his limits to pick up a kill and still jump away at the last second. And this is going to be a really cool lineup because I remember seeing this same exact matchup with them versus SK when Ocelot was playing Zed in the mid lane, and Ocelot got unfortunately destroyed by Alex in that one just because of the Kha'Zix's range and obviously, you know, the healing potential right there.
I would have put it in different words, actually, that one.
I'm gonna be very blunt. I mean, it was a very one-sided match, I'll say, but he definitely made up for it the next time. But the Jinx, I'm happy to see Genja finally playing some other AD carries. He was so stagnant on Varus and Misfortune through spring and summer. He's finally spreading out, even used Lucian yesterday.
Well, we see here Nocturne Lulu being picked up as the final 2 picks. That Nocturne, talked about it before, one of Meteor's stronger junglers. And the Lulu, we'll see how this one all fits in there. It's not going to be Shaco. It's probably not going to be Teemo either. It's good to have Edward back.
It is. It really is. But we do have to point out, there is one little thing about Nocturne that's different in this patch. His Q, it actually is a little bit skinnier, so you don't get the full attack speed that you normally would see off the graphics. So that actually really surprises me that Meteos is going to be using him in this game, but it also shows, I guess, his confidence in it at the same time.
And we see Lissandra pick up there finally. That's going to be going over to Darian. Now, what do we think about that pick? I mean, we saw Renekton banned out, Shen, Shyvana taken away. That's 3 big champions in there for Darian. What about Lissandra?
He's actually played Lissandra a couple of times and did fairly well on it every single time, so it's going to work out, you know, pretty good, I think, on my part. And they have a really good composition for Lissandra to work well into. You have the Vi go in, Lissandra can come in, ulti someone down, you have the Bear Sun coming out of Edward, and then Alex has the ability to just roam around, pick up kills in the middle of the fight. And the thing is, they have a high damage composition. That allows the resets that makes Kha'Zix so damn deadly.
And we should say as well, they've got champions that can move quickly and over walls as well, which we may see something happening from that side of things. And Lissandra has an escape, which I'm sure Darian will be happy about as well.
I do like the Lulu, though. Just to touch that really quickly for Cloud9, because it's like an anti-burst kind of ultimate coming out of her, so they can stop that first reset to come in. And I think that was picked specifically to stop the reset factor coming in for Alex Ich.
So we're going to get into game one here shortly. Of course, as I said, best of 3. We've got $18,500 up for grabs here in the pro tournament. Off of first place, obviously there is a bit more than 18,500. Second is 7,500 and 5,000 for third, fourth. So all the teams here in these semi-finals got $5,000 basically already in the bank. It's just a case of if they can make it 18.5 by the end of the day.
There's also a lot of pride at stake here. I mean, it's basically America versus Europe at this point in the entire tournament. And I want to see which team's really going to step up here. Like Rizzo mentioned before, Cloud9 really been practicing here. Or Gambit, they just picked up Edward. They've had 2 weeks of practice, but not really boot camp. So if they're going to shine, if they're really going to show anything here, this is the time to do it.
This is the time to do it, and we are going to be jumping into game number 1. It's Cloud9 versus Gambit Gaming, Europe versus NA. Probably going to be saying that a lot today because the other semi-final is exactly the same with CLG taking on Fnatic. That will, of course, be coming up just after this game. We've got the amateur final after that, and then we'll move into the pro grand final to finish off the day here. And a lot of League of Legends action coming your way, guys, so you might as well clear out that calendar and stay home all day.
I support that fully. I mean, there's so many great games coming out through the day, and we already do see both teams just kind of setting up across the map, just keeping that little middle line across the river, staying on their side. But we do see Edward going for a ward here. Meteos does spot it, but Gambit don't know it has been spotted so far, and we already see a lot of wards being invested by both these teams.
Balls at this point down by that Tribush. So at this stage of the game, it looks like they want to go for that 2v1, or it may end up in 2v2 looking at how things are setting up here. In the top lane, we see the recall from Lulu. Balls staying down by that Tribush area, and you can see that Genja is already on that top side of the map as well. Doesn't look like we're going to see anything risky here from either team at the start of it. Yeah,
I mean, in the best of 3, there's no reason to do it in map 1. And I like these lane swaps coming in, or the potential of them for Gambit's side, because they realize how deadly Balls is on this Rumble. He's 7 for 7 with a 6.2 KDA during the summer split. It doesn't matter if he's in a 1v1 or in a 1v2, he still comes out very well in these team fights because of the use of his ultimates. He uses it so perfectly every single time. It allows his team to really allow him to get some money and get some items going. But with these wards coming down, it looks like Gambit finally spot where the AD carry support is for Cloud9, so this is their chance. Do they want to pull a lane swap last second, or do they want to commit to these lanes? And it looks like they're going to go for that.
Yeah, it looks that way. Darian is still waiting down on the bottom side of the map here by that blue buff. He's going to be helping out Diamond here at level 1. Actually, Edward and Genja going down towards the Cloud9 blue buff, and they've already got the stunning there on towards Balls. It's going to be a lot of early damage. Meteor's taking attack as well, and that Golem is not going very, very low, not within smite range right now. You see more damage coming in from Genja and Edward, putting out pure harassment at this point of things. And they forced Cloud9 away from it.
And they weren't attacking it because they wanted to force Meteos to go in there, get a couple of hits, take some more damage from the Golem and the harass before he gets smited. So that delays him quite a bit, and we know, and Gambit knows just from that play alone, how strong Meteos is, and they're trying to set him behind. And with that little bit of a charade they pulled off, Diamond is very far ahead currently.
Well, the good thing about bringing Edo, kind of loaning him out to America for one season, almost for one split, is the fact that he's going to come back with a lot of knowledge about these teams. Obviously doing the research while he was on Curse and playing against these teams on a regular basis certainly gives a lot to the Gambit game, and we can see that they're going in here for that blue buff. Meteos is still on the bottom side of his jungle, done the red, and this is going to be taken away. This is a 3 buff start for Gambit.
And Diamond also used Smite on his own blue buff just to kind of make sure it would be up if he went for it. And that is a 3 buff trade for Gambit, taking away everything they possibly can from Cloud9. Is even high getting low middle here, being forced to flash away. And I guess it shows that Gambit, they came prepared for this game.
Yeah, we do see, though, Meteos visiting this bottom lane, just checked out the enemy blue buff and realize, okay, that one's already gone. They've lost theirs. The red buff, of course, did get picked up by Diamond. He's going to go in towards High, who'd already flashed. Damage coming down. Alex jumps into this one, but he's going to go down. A costly mistake here for Gambit. High picks up first blood.
Oh, that's really unfortunate because if Diamond did have that red buff from his own side of the jungle, he probably would have been able to pick up that kill, but throwing away something like that, you could not allow a Zed to get rolling here. And High, he is so deadly on that Zed, and he's going to be able to roam around a little bit earlier, but already one turret going down the bottom lane. Ball's going to be heading up towards the top side to get some farm here, and Gambit looks like they're committed to get this turret down.
Yeah, should probably as well, although Balls is now moving in there, and we'll be able to clear out this wave pretty quickly. But look at this, 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the game. They got that first kill now in the mid lane. We see that Diamond has spotted. Okay, guys, they're doing Dragon here. We're 4 minutes 20 seconds in. They're doing Dragon already. Meteor's going super low from that one. He will have to back away, and just the presence there of Diamond able to stop that Dragon attempt being completed. Top turret's going to go down to level up the turret count.
It was a good idea in the end, too, by Cloud9 to go for that Dragon, but we still see some dueling happening middle. They're going head-to-head here, Joe. They want blood.
Yeah, High and Alex, it's not messing around, are they, today? The start of this one being explosive. High, of course, picked up first blood, somehow surviving as well whilst doing that. Brilliant play out of him. And now Lemon Nation actually coming up in towards the Gambit jungle as well. And it looks like they're going to pull back and try and defend this red buff. Edward came down from the top lane. Wants to make sure that Lemon Nation's not able to put down too much harassment onto his jungler. Yeah,
it was a really interesting move for him to keep it up for so long, but he will be able to pick it up now, and that will give him distinct timers on exactly when to take away anything from Cloud9. And like I was saying before, that little duel happened in middle. Cloud9 trying to take the Dragon, because Meteos was already put behind with losing his blue, with being forced only onto his red. They wanted the experience, they wanted that money to kind of get him back in the game, because right now, he's only at 14 CS to the 29 of Diamond.
Yeah, not going to be ideal for him, but let's see how that changes as things move on. Bottom lane now, we see Sneaky and Lemon Nation having that tower down. Are going to be freezing out this wave, and the back off there, with Kha'Zix now going top, so we're going to be seeing some switching going on. Almost said a switcheroo, which is now, of course, an ability for Jinx. Can't say that anymore.
And yeah, it looks like he will be going up here because he's only level 4 to level 5 of High. He almost has that Brutalizer done. He will be 6, obviously, before Alex. And it looks like they're going to do the 80 carry support middle, potentially. But right now, as you see on that mini-map, Darren's even coming down. Diamond's coming into this middle lane. Maybe they want to go for a gank on a High who just has hit level 6.
Yeah, it is ridiculously strong already at this point with that first blood in there with almost 40 CS under his belt. And we can see that he is wondering here. They want to shut down Alex Itchy.
They don't know.
Level 4. Balls here at level 5. Is he going to hit 6 with that wave? No, not quite, but High is moving up there. He's going to be spotted here by Diamond, and Alex knows now that he's going to be in trouble. He doesn't have flash available. Will be able to jump away from things, and High, I think, realizing with the presence of Diamond, going to be too risky, backs off.
Yeah, luckily for Alex, Diamond did go for those double golems and did spot High going right up there. That would have been a for sure kill, and you see Cloud9 where their kind of focus is going. High, he wants to keep Alex out of this game. If he keeps roaming around like that, he's easily going to be able to do it. And with the wards they have down, with the lack of wards that Gambit has, Gambit can't see Cloud9 rotating currently. And that allows Cloud9 to have the advantage around the map and to pick up kills unless Gambit can stop this.
And Edward now just making sure that they've got vision of the Dragon. It's not something that they want Cloud9 to sneak in there and do. We saw them, of course, at 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, starting off the Dragon earlier on. Blue buff here, going to be done and taken away by Diamond, so not going to be giving that one over to Darian, who maybe you would have, you would be able to argue could have utilized it as well.
I'm thinking because of that, and Diamond having the blue timer for Cloud9, they might send Alex down from the top lane and try to take that away and keep Meteos without the blue. It's a very likely possibility, but it will be up fairly shortly. And Alex is finally level 6, so he will have quite a bit of damage. And then you have the 80 carry support mid lane. With them there, you have a 4-man advantage to the only 2, potentially 3 of Cloud9, so it's a very likely possibility this is going to happen.
Let's have a look down some of the early items here. 80 carries pretty much identical between the two of them. Vamp Scepter plus Doran's Blade for both. No boots yet, though, for Sneaky. He's 10 CS in the lead over Genja. So we'll have the cash to actually go back and spend soon. He's sat on 1,100 gold, as is High in the mid lane, who's got the workings of that Brutalizer already done.
Diamond, he's sticking around for that blue buff. He wants to be able to make this play, and right now with that pink orb coming down from elimination, they're going to be able to take a dragon here, so they're going to trade that for a blue buff, which obviously isn't really a good trade in the end, but a great play by Cloud9, especially for elimination, who doesn't really buy too many pink orbs, but when he does, they're definitely working out and picking up a dragon off the back of it.
Nice pick up there, but are they going to lose this top tower? Ball's the man to defend that one. He's just hit level 6, going to throw the equalizer down straight away, but he's going to be jumped on here, trying desperately to get back to the cover of his turret. Both Alex and Diamond, though, very, very healthy still. Minion wave coming in with them as well. They're able to secure the first kill of this game for Gambit, and that leaves us tied at 1-1 in kills, 1-1 in turrets, but that may change here. That inner turret taking a lot of damage, but Meteos coming around to cover.
Yeah, with Balls committing to that turret, trying to keep it alive, he ends up losing his life. They're going to lose middle turret because Gambit are grouping up around the map, and they have all 5 members centered around the mid lane currently. They might even push this turret down because right now Balls hasn't been able to get back to lane just yet, and his ultimate is still down, which is such a crucial part for them chasing anyone on Gambit.
So, more damage to come here. And towards that turret, actually being tanked up here a little bit by Genja. He's not too worried about having to take some of that damage, but he trade onto the tower. You can always heal it back up, but that tower's not going to be able to. On the bottom side there, Diamond just stealing away a Wraith camp as well. They're going to be headed home to shop up because the 1,700 gold on Alex, 1,100 on Diamond. There was a good chunk on Genja as well, and we can see that they come back in here. Hex Drinker picked up for Alex. It's plus 2 Doran's Blades now and a longsword, and the Berserker Greaves plus another Doran's Blade for Genja.
And right now you're seeing Meteos in that top lane just trying to farm away. They're feeding a lot of CS over to him, and he's still down compared to Diamond right now. You know, Diamond, who is doing such a great job this game of counter-jungling as much as possible. Meteos has yet to be able to have his own blue buff or anything else besides red at all so far, so they're trying to keep him out of the game, and right now Gambit have done such a phenomenal job of it, and being 10.5 minutes in, gold's basically even.
So push back here from Cloud9. We'll see if they can actually get this turret low. We've got Darian here to defend things, throwing out the claw, which always causes you to back off, never quite knowing if he's going to follow that up, especially a player like Darian, who's completely unpredictable.
Yeah, I think he is one of the most unpredictable players in the game right now, at least in Europe. And one thing I'm looking at right now, though, Joe, do you remember the old style of Genja who would just split push all day? Get 300 CS, get the money, come up to these fights with the items. That might be a bad thing for Gambit if he goes for that kind of style again, because Cloud9, they have such a great team to dive on top of Gambit into a turret. Obviously, you have Edward there to kind of persuade it a little bit, as well as Darian. But with the Nocturne, with the Rumble, with the Zed, they can blow some up very quickly. And then you have the Lulu, like we're saying before, to keep them alive. So Genja, he's got to stick with his team a little bit. And you're also seeing High go for a split push himself with Meteos backing him up. And Darian, he might be in trouble.
See about that one. High moving in there. Ping's coming down though, so they've seen that High is moving in towards Darian's position. And in the meantime, Diamond is counter jungling here. Might get caught out from this one though. Ball's coming around. Sneaky came in there as well, and Diamond actually going back aggressive on towards Balls, trying to delay him, I think, there, because Alex was pushing down, but they dive in on towards Darian. He will ulti onto himself. That's going to give him a bit of time, but the death mark is down. Can he get away from this one? Great micro play from Darian, but the ignite is ticking. High picks up his second kill.
But he almost killed both of them, and he bought so much time for his team that right now we see Diamond going head-to-head against Lemon.
He uses the wild growth on himself, though, and now Ball's coming in. Sneaky there as well. Alex down to half HP. There's a great equalizer. Alex stuck on it, as we see the ultimate coming out of Sneaky as well, but the rest of Gambit have come in from around the back. Genja and Edward able to sew that one up. This inner turret is going down. Gambit picking that one up. And in the meantime, Cloud9 weren't able to finish off the one in the bottom lane.
And High and Meteos are still going. They can lose an inhibitor right here if Gambit does continue to push, because Darren will be able to stop them as he's coming down from the respawn. And it looks like Gambit, they want to commit for this. They can probably dive on Lemon right now because he doesn't have his ultimate available, or even exhaust.
Are they going to dive, though? Are they going to play that risk? Polymorph coming in there. Balls is now back in the action. Gambit decides enough is enough there. We're going to back away from this one, but it's a nice pick up there. I think they'll be quite happy to trade the inner turret in the mid lane for the inner turret in that bottom lane.
And they got the inhibitor turret down to 1,000 life, so they could go for a push onto that turret whenever they want to. A really explosive game so far with not a lot of kills coming in, but so much strategy behind it. And Diamond still hasn't donated a blue buff over to anyone, but it looks like Darren might be able to get the first one of the game for himself here. But will Diamond and will Gambit keep the blue buff away yet again from Cloud9 is the real question.
Well, Cloud9 pushing back here.
Oh.
Look at Edward coming around the side. They're lined up perfectly here for him, but he doesn't have Tibbers available.
But just look
that
at the
was
threat,
a problem
though.
for him.
That was look at the threat, though. You saw Cloud9 respect it immediately and start backing away, and they didn't know that Gambit was nowhere near to back him up in the meantime. That just shows the power of Edward and Annie.
He might be disguised as a little girl, but it's still Eddie at this point. You can cause problems for any player, that's for sure. Well, they've held on to that turret, and as you said, the presence, the respect that they have for him there, not allowing them to get through. One thing that worries me from Gambit's side of things, though, is high on Zed here. We know once the Zed gets rolling how dangerous it is. Already got that Blade of the Ruin King sat at 2 for 0 and almost at 100 CS as well. Yeah,
we all know Zed can be very, very devastating if he can split push and 1v1 anyone. The problem is, though, if Gambit force team fights, look at the CC they have to lock him down. I mean, Vi ultimate, you have a Lissandra ultimate, you have Annie stun. You can keep him out of the fight. You can stop him from getting the extra damage on that ultimate applied and blow him up immediately. So he has to invest into a GA very soon if he wants to be able to survive in these fights, or at least some sort of Mert treads or something here. But Gambit, they have such a good lineup here to counter the Zed without even having to use a Riven.
So I think Diamond is... This is a very much a pride game for Diamond as well, because we were talking earlier about, you know, Meteos widely regarded as the best jungler in North America. Diamond wants to topple that guy. You know, that they have, I think, a similar play style, we can say, in some respects, as Diamond once again was in there taking away as much as he could from the top side jungle, and now Gambit headed towards Dragon, has already spawned in, but Cloud9 not messing around either. They want to challenge for this.
And it looks like right now, Hai wants to go for a 1v1 against Alex, as he does spot him coming down, as we will have all 5 members here of both teams, but Dragon getting down to half health here, and Cloud9, they have a better fight right now. With that Equalizer coming down, they can spread Gambit in half.
The Chomper's been dropped down there, which I think we underestimate a little. They can be very strong in a position like that, where you have to walk around them or risk being caught out, as Diamond here charging himself up, decides not to dive in there. And Gambit, they've basically pushed Cloud9 out of position so that they could get Alex into where they were in the river.
And they have to be careful right now, because Cloud9 could forget the Dragon, just go for a push on that middle turret, which is already on low life, as Genja was even trying to start the Dragon himself. And Gambit, they want to go for a fight, but they just aren't in the right position just yet.
Hard to get in there as well with the slows coming out of Lulu and Rumble. Stop them getting that starter off. So, again, he moved down towards Dragon. Started off once again here. Diamond going to be tanking up the damage from that one. They're stood on top of a pink ward right now. So Cloud9 have full vision of this one as the Chompers go back in. There is Meteos diving in. Diamond going to get the better of that one. And look at Edward. 4-man stun there at the front, keeping everyone away from the fight. Darian will ulti in on towards Hai. Alex jumps in, jumps back out of the fight. Meteos did pick up a kill there at the back of things. And Darian is super low. Sneaky will be able to finish him off. Fail flash from Sneaky in the back of Dragon Pit. He's going to pay for it with his life, or is he? There's Alex diving in. Double kill, double jump. Amazing from Alex Ich. That's 4 kills. And now Meteos, the last man left alive, will try and back around the side to get Alex, but it's not going to be anything for him, and we'll have to back away. Amazing play.
Wow, Alex, I mean, the entire team of both teams playing it to the brink of death right there. Even Edward just going straight after Sneaky. An amazing play, and that fight all kicked off. Actually, with Hai going straight in on Alex Ich towards the top side of the map. We didn't even get to catch it, but Darian went straight into the backside, tried to help him out, tried to lock Hai away from him, and because of that, Hai had to retreat, had to go back to his team, and that allowed Alex to get back in the entire fight, get those resets that were so key that we were talking about in the picks and bans, and to turn the fight in their favor. Not to mention, they did get Dragon.
Alex Ich now sat of 4-1-1.
That is not a good sign.
It was pretty quiet up until that little fight there, but I suppose we've learned it time and time again that you can never count Alex Ich out of the equation. And he's now got that last Whisper Brutalizer plus a Hex Drinker on top of the double Doran's Blade as well. He is doing a lot of damage at this point. So, what's he going to do? And this is exactly what he's going to do, of course. Just push those lanes out, split push, and if anyone comes for a 1v1, he'll not be too scared of getting in there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think he can pretty much take Hai right now. Obviously, he can stealth away if he needs to, not to mention jump on top of that. But that play was just ridiculous to realize, to have the awareness to realize that where Elimination went, and to realize how much mana Alex had to jump constantly right there to pick up those last 2 kills was just insane. Playing on a whole different level, I have to say.
That would have gone very differently as well if Sneaky had not missed that flash.
Exactly.
Because Alex would have only had the single jump to get over there, may have not connected. all ifs and buts, but it did happen that way. Gambit here pushing down the mid lane. Of course, they got that tower low a little bit earlier on. Cloud9 scrambling to get back and defend this one. Meteos is actually at the back of them, which is not the ideal position for him. Alex diving straight in there. There comes Tibbers. Meteos goes low. He's still stunned up at the back. They couldn't quite get the finisher there with a super mega death rocket. And Gambit here stand at the front of the base. Meteos come back to heal. He'll be back here soon, and Gambit realize it. They're backing off.
And they use 4 ultimates right there. They have to get away, but they had Cloud9 out of position, almost able to get that kill on the Meteos, but him alone, flashing over that wall at the end, baiting it to the end, was able to keep Gambit away from that turret. In the meantime, Cloud9 realizing, hey, they have no ultis, are going to start pushing middle here, and they could probably pick up a turret off of it too.
Real tug of war this game right now as they move forward and backwards on that mid lane. See, vision is down here. Edward just been hit over the wall by Lucian. There's some damage coming in from high. Are they going to push around the side and try and fight this one? Gambit are out of position, but look at this. Alex at the back. Here comes Darian, dives in there. Ulti's a good group of them. Where's Alex Hitch? He's getting very, very low. Tries to dive off. Can't quite pick that one up, but the rest of the team pushing through. Genja manages to get himself the assist there. It was Edward that picked up the kill in the end. That will allow him to run off in towards the back, but they've lost Alex. That was the man they were counting on for that fight.
I really hope we look at that fight again a little bit later, because that was ridiculous out of high. We saw actually Darian go into their flash on top of him and ulti him to lock him down, hoping they could burst him quick enough, but he actually ultied just in time to avoid a little bit more damage. That would have given Alex the resets. He ulted on Alex, which eventually got him away, then ulted back to his clone and was able to stay alive, able to escape with the help of Blade of the Rune King, and honestly able to save that fight, because that would have went way differently if High did go down.
Turret gonna fall here in favor of Cloud9. That's their 4th of this game. They are still behind in gold though. 1,200 is the difference here at the 20-minute mark.
And speaking of gold, look at the CS, Joe. This is a so low CS game. 20 minutes in, and no one's even approached the 200 mark or even close to it right now. Alex currently leading with that 154. It's all been about controlling the map, controlling the dragon, controlling Bust, which is Gambit's been doing a phenomenal job of. And Midas will be able to pick up finally the first blue of the game, or his own blue, for Cloud9 here. But it's all been about strategy. It hasn't really been about farming. It's just constant fighting right now.
Crazy, crazy game, and this is what we were expecting from Cloud9 versus Gambit. This is what we were hoping for, at least, and so far game number 1 certainly delivering for us. If you're just tuning in, this is the semi-final of the Pro Tournament here at the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne. We'll be bringing you the 2nd semi-final after this one, with CLG taking on Fnatic, and then we'll move to the Amateur Tournament for the Grand Final, and then revisit the Grand Final in the Pro Tournament right at the end of the day. So still plenty of action to come your way. Right now, Gambit actually pushed up towards that inhibitor turret so very low. They want it badly.
They really do, and they have the ultimates available to go for it this time. And see even Darian doing some harassing. I want to point out, everyone in Gambit is ahead in CS right now. Gambit's been controlling where Cloud9's been moving this entire time, but grouping up middle, they miss out on CS top lane, they miss out on bottom, and they're really controlling them in terms of gold. They're strangling them quite well. And they're investing quite a bit of wards over onto the Cloud9 side, but no Oracle coming in just yet, which is a little bit surprising, because they could catch Cloud9 off guard in their own jungle.
Well, they're moving. Are they going to go around that bottom side? Gambit obviously have that timing on Dragon. Just setting things up. Lemon Nation coming around. And this could be very bad. Diamond there in waiting. He's going to have Meteos in his face in a minute. Gets polymorphed up there. There is the Assault and Battery. Super Mega Death Rocket whiffs there as he goes flying past. And now Gambit are a little bit spread out from this one. They need to be really careful. Diamond gonna push in from the side, and he does manage to land on towards Lemon Nation and Meteos. Lemon Nation goes down. Meteos diving into the back on towards Darian, who will fall, but Alex Hitch picking up another one. He can jump back over, fails his flash, gets the jump, gets another jump in there. Can he finish off high? Yes, he can. Tries to jump away. The triple kill comes down. Sneaky dies. It's an ace for Gambit Gaming.
And such great positioning by Gambit right there. Lemon almost saved it for his team by being able to flash away early on and not use that ultimate right off the bat, but he ends up going down anyways, and that is the danger of a Kha'Zix getting those resets. Now Cloud9, they're going to lose an inhibitor turret. They're going to lose an inhibitor, and there's a possibility of Baron coming up off of that too.
Well, we'll see. Edward low here. Diamond not exactly in great shape either. Genja's like, I want that CS while I'm here. Let's not miss out on that while we're finishing off this inhib. We'll get that one down. Lemon Nation not in time to save it. And Gambit back away with an ace and the first inhibitor of the game under their belt. And that increases the gold lead now to almost 4,000. Actually, it's 3,400. It's not really almost 4. It's closer to 3 than 4.
And you saw during that fight, Alex, he did such a great job of just sitting on the outskirts of the fight. He wasn't fully committed unless he had that reset up. And because of the whole lineup that Gambit has with all this damage, he doesn't need to be there the whole time doing it. Darian was putting out quite a bit. Edward's also doing quite a lot as he's going for haunting guys. And not to mention Genja just with his items alone. So they're able to get them low enough that Alex could just dance around, keep his health up, and then just come in when the time was needed and pick up those kills.
You see how close this game is. We're at 25 minutes in. Oh, 24. I'm rubbish at numbers today. I don't know where that's coming from. Usually by this point, we're seeing a lot of vision control, the fight for vision control around Baron and the dance that comes with that. Look at Baron. There's not a single ward up there right now. They're still on the point of the game where Dragon is a massive objective for them.
This is the thing about Gambit, is that they don't go for Baron unless they feel like they really need it to win something. Because right now, I guarantee Baron's probably the last thing in their mind. They don't feel like they need it with the inhibitor being down middle. They feel like they're stronger in these fights, and there's no point in going for that Baron when the other team could potentially steal it away, especially early on when not everyone's really tanky to deal with the damage that Baron can do back to you. So right now, it's a waiting game. What does Gambit want to do? They can wait bottom, get the free outer turrets right now for a little bit of extra gold. They can let the Supermans push and try to go for an inhibitor turret as well. But right now, they're trying to take away all the vision they possibly can in the jungle of Cloud9, and this is going to force Cloud9 to be starved of some money.
Not just the vision either. The creep camp's being finished off by them. We can see that Cloud9 are busy pushing up the super minions from that mid lane.
Are they going for Baron?
It looks that way. They're going to be spotted here, so Cloud9 know that they've been spotted, but yeah, I was going to say they can't even rush that one down quick enough with the high mobility that Gambit have in there. And they also risk a bit of a play in this mid lane as well, and Gambit are actually moving in at this point.
They have him out of position, and you see High still farming that top side. I don't think they expect Gambit to go for the Nexus turrets as they're starting to back away. They're trying to get back to base as quick as possible. They're going to shove this wave in, probably head back bottom, which they did prior, and get that turret down and work on that inhibitor turret.
Very tense game at this point. Cloud9 on the back foot, having to defend with that inhibitor down. They still have an outer turret down the bottom lane. Shows the power that they've got there. Alex is waiting, and that's exactly what you'd expect from Alex as Kha'Zix, just waiting off in the wings and then diving in there when he's called into action. Genja, who's gone back to this farm down in that bottom lane, is currently 20 CS ahead, and there is the blue buff stolen away as well. We did actually see the turret go down, and that's going to allow a little bit of pressure to be relieved there. But Cloud9, they're all on the top side. They're not quite sure whether Gambit were headed towards Baron there. And
look at the ward coverage that Gambit has on this bottom side. Usually someone could pick off Genja at this point if you're playing against Gambit, then turn into a 5-on-4 fight. But with all that vision, Genja can't die, and that allows him, the team to know that he can split push. He can force Cloud9 to rotate down here, and it looks like Cloud9 just going to back away, let this turret fall. But will Gambit keep going for this? I mean, they can dive onto Cloud9 if they want to, but will they go for such a risky move at this stage in the game? Because it's still relatively close.
And the thing is, Diamond has been so impressive this game so far. The control that you get from Vi. And let's not forget, this is with a Lee Sin and an Evelyn ban against him. And I think that's why he was smiling, the fact that they left Vi in there, taking away the Evelyn for him, which I think he might have gone for Vi either way around if it was left open. And he certainly pulled off a great performance so far. He's just picked himself up an Oracle's Elixir. We can see that Edward got those boots of mobility in there as well. So he's moving around pretty quickly. There's a Black Cleaver for Alex, along with that more Malmortius, plus the Last Whisper, and the Phantom Dancer now added in for Genja on Jinx.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gambit actually do go for a Baron bait here now. With the utility that they just got, with the Oracles, with the items they picked up, the Zonias most importantly, because Darian can afford to use it on High now and keep himself alive at the same time. It's cleared all this vision, force Cloud9 into an area they don't want to be in. And if they do come, you don't even need to fight. You can let middle push with those super minion waves. You can have someone else split push if they need to, like top lane, since it's so close to Baron. And right now, Cloud9, they have to make a move. They have to do something because they're slowly letting this game slip away, and Gambit's just getting more and more control.
Yep, there's more wards down. Are they going to come out and check Baron? Alex just making sure with the use of that pink ward that wards that Lemon Nation put over the wall are taken away as well. And honestly, Cloud9 have backed away from this one completely. Gambit are going to go for Baron here.
Yeah, and if Cloud9 does come to contest this, they can see them coming with all these wards they have down. They're going to get a free Baron off of this. Cloud9, actually, just as I said that, they start heading over. It looks like they want to contest it a little bit, but it's falling so quickly.
Yeah, down to half HP already. And Cloud9 are not going to be fast enough here. They're going to come in at exactly the wrong time and then might find themselves in trouble as the jump comes over. Meteor's going to get slowed down. They're going to try and push in for this one. Diamond coming around the side. Assault and Battery comes in. They pick off Lemon Nation. He goes low but has managed to escape to the back. There's the ulti out of Diamond. Culling comes in as well from Sneaky, but he's finished off by Genja's ultimate. But look at High. He's still alive here, and this is dangerous for Gambit. They have to deal with him. He's now right in the middle of them. He gets locked up by the stun from Edward. This is going to be an ace. Meteor's finished off the second ace of the game from Gambit.
And that was such a great play by Elimination too on that, because he did polymorph Alex and she tried to stop from getting these resets, but once they start falling, they continue to do that, and that was all just created off of the vision control that Gambit had with these oracles, with these wards coming down. They were able to see Meteos. They were able to dive straight to the backline on a Lemon to get that ultimate out of play right away to stop High from getting or even Meteos. And it looks like they might be able to potentially finish out the game soon because they're going to have 2 inhibitors.
They are going to have 2 inhibitors. You see Diamond just left that mid one there to join the rest of the team. They're going to get it done quicker that way. In fact, they're leaving that middle inhibitor. They don't want to risk any kind of scary situation where they all end up dying and allowing Cloud9 to actually push through.
It's so weird to see Gambit playing like this, because usually they get into the point where they're this far ahead that they get careless and they just kind of would go for the middle inhibitor, but now they're playing a lot more safe, I kind of feel like, and they're backing away, buying up yet again. They're going to be going in probably the next time on that middle inhibitor, letting the bottom lane push.
So, that Baron running now. Alex here. The man to die there, and he's probably a little bit sad that he doesn't have that Baron buff on anymore. Currently 9-4-3. Showing that still can't let him have Kha'Zix. Doesn't matter what you say. He is still more than competent with this champion as Darian pushes down that top lane as well. Pressure really on Cloud9 here in this game number 1. It's going to be a tough comeback for them.
It really will, and I'm trying to figure out what's the point they can really make it happen. And even warding up their own jungle at this point doesn't save them because they can't fight Gambit head-to-head. You know, High, he needs to get in there and one-shot someone. He can potentially do it to Alex, but with Alex jumping around so often, he can't lock him down and stay next to him, which is a really big point, not allowing Zed to 1v1 him. And then he tries to go for Genja, who has such great protection with all these stuns, with all this CC, and now Gambit with the 4 Baron buffs, with all 4 members, with Diamond pushing the top side, are pushing down towards this middle inhibitor, but they have to be careful, because Diamond's nowhere in the vicinity as he is finally heading over.
Oh, Diamond taking a little bit more damage than he calculated, I think, from that one. And they still managed to hold on towards this inhibitor. Diamond's actually attacking the top inhib turret. Meteor's there up there to defend that one. Genja now moving in as well. Rest of Gambit coming around, and this is going to have to be where the defense is concentrated for Cloud9 if they're to hold on to that final inhibitor turret of the game.
And right now, Gambit, they're not in a hurry. They have Baron on their side. They have the bottom inhibitor down. They can just keep waiting as long as possible, chip these down ever so slightly. And you see them grouped up Diamond. It looks like he wants to go for a fight as Lemonation, who's been ulted constantly by Diamond this entire game, is sitting so close.
Darian going in there. He's managed to lock down High, who gets hit with a super mega death rocket as well. They go in for Meteos at the back. He's just trying to run some disruption, but he's going to pay for it with his life. It's Alex that picks up that one. Will he get any more from it? Genja right at the front of this one. And actually, it looks like they're going to finish off the 3rd and final inhibitor before they start to push down. Will they even push down with this one? They're lost about half HP across the board from it. And now Cloud9 coming in with some good damage on towards Darian and Diamond. And to be honest, they're going to have to back away. They don't want to risk it.
Yeah, they use a lot of ultimates during that fight too. And this is what's so scary about Gambit's lineup, is that any one of the 4 members can be the initiator. You could have Darian going with the claw, then ult someone. You could have Diamond going with his ultimate. You could have Edward flash stun if he wants to. Even Alex jumping in right away for some damage if he sees someone, you know, split off from his team. And right now, Gambit with this lead, 18-9 and kills 32 minutes in. With the items they're going to have when they go back, because they have a lot of money to spend, 3,000 on Genja. I think they're going to come back for the last and final push.
They certainly should be doing, that's for sure. But as you said, no real rush from them at this stage. I mean, it's not about how fast you finish out the game. It's about winning it in the end. And with those 2 inhibs down, they can wait till those super minions start to push in and then move on to the 3rd one. Alex here just taking a dragon on his way out. He's got 1,900 gold to spend. Genja's actually sat on 3.1 thousand gold at this point.
Gambit is just ravaging the jungle as well. They're taking everything away. There's no camp alive as they backed away from that push. So Cloud9, they're forced to just get the super minions, get as much CS as possible, and they're strangling them so well on gold because we have that 11,000 gold lead coming in here. And the item differential is just, it's getting out of hand where Gambit's 1.5 items full ahead.
Darian having a bit of a laugh in middle there, and saw it on the play cam that Edward seemed to be having fun with it as well. But yeah, Baron's coming up in just less than 2 minutes here. Gambit, do they really need it? Probably not at this stage of things. Will they wait for it? Definitely a real possibility. Better safe than sorry. Diamond, if you look at him, 3-0-12, having a fantastic game here in match number 1 of this best of 3. We can see that they've once again started to put down damage onto that third and final inhib, and it's going to fall this time around. No stopping that one as Alex dives in there, gets polymorphed as he try and focus down balls. He gets the wild growth on him as well. High gets in there. He will be finished off at the back. Actually, no, he managed to survive just about, but they've lost 3 men. Balls had to back away. High's having to heal up, and Gambit are going to take down the Nexus turrets. The Nexus surely going to follow in here. No, Gambit want more kills. They're going to fight them right on the turret, and they're going to get the kills as well. They pick up one more. Alex dives in, dives out, and his Guardian Angel there keeps him alive. And Gambit pick up game number 1 in spectacular style.
Alex finishing off 12-4-4 at the end of that game, doing so well. He even was engaged for his team with that GA in his hands. He was able to survive, and you saw Cloud9. They respected that so much. They used every form of CC to lock him down. It just wasn't enough, and Gambit, that was very convincing with how, kind of rough it was in the beginning, with Cloud9 still fighting back. They closed that one out spectacularly.
And look at Cloud9, there's not a lot of talk going on here. They're calm, maybe a little bit too calm from this one. Gambit, we said it at the start of it, they were having fun, they were laughing with each other, they looked like they were in good spirits, and that's a dangerous Gambit. We saw it there at the end, just how confident they were. Alex diving in, 12-4-4 on Kha'Zix. Diamond, he had 2 bans targeted him with Evelyn and Lee Sin, picks up Vi, ends 5-0-15 with the Vi. Like, a ridiculously good performance overall. Edward, 3-1-14, exactly the same score as his AD carry.
And I have to give a shout to Darian, though. I mean, he didn't get any kills, but his engages were perfect. He was 0-3-16. He really set up a lot of these early and mid-game team fights for his team, allowing Diamond to get really tanky and get in there as well. It was just so well played in their entire composition. So much damage that Cloud9 just couldn't deal with it.
Well, let's be honest, Darian is never really the guy that you see, that you talk about, oh my god, look how many kills Darian's got. It's usually, oh my god, look how many deaths Darian's got.
Usually.
But as you rightly pointed out there, his engagements were out of this world. And that Gambit team looks incredibly scary. To the old Gambit level.
Yeah.
We said yesterday, it is far too early to say Gambit gaming is back. Moscow 5, their era that they had of dominating here in Europe is back. But if they continue to play like that, it might just be.
Yeah, a lot of people were questioning that. Like, yeah, you can't say that. Yeah, we're not sure just yet. But wow, I mean, if Gambit, if they come into the next season of LCS and keep improving like that with Edward back, I really feel bad for any team that's going up against them, because that is really hard to beat.
Well, game number 1 out of the way. Gambit picked that one up brilliantly as well. Can't wait for the rest of this series that'll be coming up in just a few minutes. But first,